Welcome to StockMarketFunding.com. The stock market's been open 1 hour and 7 minutes. This is a weekly chart, and what I want to talk about is I want to talk about how that S&P has got to hold 1040 on a close, because the underliner was a 1020 that we held yesterday and didn't break back below right above that 1006 handle on the S&P. And the S&P is up right now 13.41 handles. Well, what happened yesterday is that intraday, what happened was that the short sellers got control of the market yesterday. So basically, what I want people to understand is where this is at. Hold on one second. One of the things that we want to be very clear here is that how that S&P had broke that top up here. Another thing that we want to tell people, and we told people a long time ago, prior to that MACD hitting a weekly sell signal on the S&P. And you haven't had a weekly sell signal on the S&P since going back to 2008. And we are here. This is this is why the upward momentum is an extreme bear market sell signal right here on that MACD. Yeah, we're oversold in the short term. We're not overbought where all the bulls were in up here. Because all the bulls were in up here at 93%, and that rodent got on that bull's ass and has been chewing on it ever since. Now we're down here at 19.50, which you could say short-term oversold, but you don't want to, you'd rather be oversold. Look at the weekly sell signal, 2 weeks in a row. I've got on StockMarketFunding.com website a complete indexes on here about what that would look like and what that weekly sell signal would look like before it even got there. Any relief rallies, and welcome to StockMarketFunding.com, any relief rallies are going to be sold into. And I'm going to tell you that in the short term, the market's going to need to see a close above the 1040 handle. But more importantly, if I don't close above 1049 and get back up, at least my short-term resistance is half of that SMF weekly bar, that last weekly down bar. It's right here. Let's take a look at it very closely. Okay, that means that anytime the S&P, until it closes back above the horizontal trend line, is that it's going to be sold and short the S&P into resistance until that day occurs. So the up moves are going to be weak, and still the reason why the bear is so predominant is he's going to continue to sell short as long as this setup is in here. Short-term oversold. However, the negative part of this new bear trend is extreme. You've crossed the 10-week, crossed over the damn 20-week. Look, the 10-week crossed over the blue, the pink line. That's a 50-week. Those are weekly moving average bear crossovers. So with a MACD weekly sell signal, that's the weekly. When you want to look at the daily, which we can look at right here, we can go down and take a look at this daily chart, which you can see from a daily, even though the weekly is much better. You've got moving averages. You've got the 50-day moving average crossing over the 200-day. You've got the 10 crossing over the 20. You've got the 40-day going down. You've got everything that says that you would be a short seller into any of it. You've got, look at the amount of daily sell signal bars on that MACD that you have. And I got no more to say about it other than stay tuned at StockMarketFunding.com, where you can learn how to apply risk management. If you do not learn that, you will suffer consequences from the market, just like we told people up here when we made that low and we had that reversal there for a short-term trade. And not only that, if you'd like to go to StockMarketFunding.com, we call the top here, and we were short that whole move. And right now we're trying to get some stabilizer and some crossing over. But remember, on the upside move, whatever rally there may be or not be, is I've got to clear all of this garbage now, which is called upward resistance levels, and I will be a short seller into every one of those trend lines.